Hello and welcome in this second video on arithmetic progression. So in our first video we discussed about the general definition of an AP. Okay, we discuss about the general definition of AP, that what do we mean by AP, what is an AP, and we did some problem on the arithmetic progression, means the problems based on the definition. Now in today's video we will going to discuss about the general term of an AP. Okay, so the today's topic is the general term of an AP. Okay, means if we are given the first term and the common difference, then how do we find out some given term using the information which we have. So as we discussed in our last lecture that A is the first term whenever we have to deal with the problem related to an AP. So we should have the information about the first term and the common difference. Okay, so let us represent this common difference by D. So these are our standard notations. So if you are having the first term and the common difference D, then you can easily determine the nth term, which you can represent by Tn, or let's say An, as A plus n minus 1 multiplied by D. So what you need to do, you have to add the n minus 1 times multiple of D with A in order to get this general term. Okay, so here this n is the term which we have to determine. Suppose we have to determine the 10th term. Okay, so suppose we have to determine, if we have to determine the 10th term, means T10. So this will be A plus, now this is the value of our n. So this will be 10 minus 1 into D. So you can easily obtain this as A plus 9D. Okay, so we have some general problem on this. So let us discuss some simple problem based on this formula. So suppose we are having an AP. Okay, so let us discuss a problem that determine the 15th term of an AP whose first term is 5 and common difference is 3. Okay, so what we have to determine, the 15th term. Okay, so let us begin with the solution. So whenever we have to deal with the problem related to the nth term of an AP, so first of all we have to note down the given information. So the information which we have is the value of the first term, which is 5, and the common difference, which is 3, and we have to determine the 15th term. Okay, so we have to find out T15. So this means the value of n in this case is 15. Okay, so now using the formula, okay, using the formula of nth term, we know that Tn is equals to a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, so Tn is equals to a plus n minus 1 into d. So now we have all the values with us. We have a, we have d, as well as the value of n. So using this formula, we have T15 as a, which is 5, plus n, which is 15 minus 1 into d, which is 3. So this is coming out as 5 plus 14 into 3, right? And this further gives you that you have 5 plus 42. So our 15th term of this AP is coming out as 47. Okay, so this is a very simple problem based on the formula. Here we have to apply this formula and use the values. So whenever we have the problem of this type, my suggestion is that you first note down the value of a, d, and the term which you have to determine will give you the value of n. So once you have these three values, you can easily apply this formula. Okay, now sometimes we have the problem like calculate the first term of an AP for which T10 is 20 and the common difference is 2. Okay, so here we have to again use the same formula, but this time you are not provided the value of a, means the first term. Okay, so let us discuss the solution of this problem. So again, first of all, we note down the given information. So we are having T10, which is 20, and the common difference, which is 2. So if you look at this suffix, so this means you are having the value of n as 10. Okay, so using the formula again of the general term means Tn is equals to a plus n minus 1 into d. So we are using this formula. So this implies T10 is equals to a plus n minus 1 means 10 minus 1 into d. So this is a plus 9 times d. So now here we are having the value of T10, which is so this further implies, now we are putting the values here. So T10 is 20 is equals to a. So a is the term, means the first term which we have to determine in this problem. So this will be a plus 9d. So if you are putting the value of d, so that is 2. So this is coming out a plus 18. So from here we will find the value of a as 20 minus 18, which is 2. So in this manner you can easily find out the value of the first term. And we also have a third type of problem here. So we can suppose determine the common difference. Okay, determine the common difference of an AP whose 15th term is 75 and first term is 5. Okay, so we are having again we have to use the same formula. So let us discuss the solution of this problem. So again, first of all, we will note down the given information. So we are given that value of the 15th term, so that is 75. First term is also given to us, which is 5. And using this T15, if you look at this suffix, so you have the value of n, which is 15. Now we have to find out the value of d. So again, we know that the formula of the general term, which is Tn is equals to a plus n minus 1 into d. And so here, using this formula, we have this implies T15 is equals to a, which is, so first of all, let us continue with this. So n minus 1, so this will be 15 minus 1 into d. So this is coming out as a plus 14 times d. So now we put the values of the given terms. So we are having T15. So the value of T15 is 75. Okay, so this is 75 is equals to a. So a is 5. A is 5 plus we are having 14 times d. So the common difference is d, which we have to determine here. So from here, if you shift this 5 towards the left hand side, so you will obtain 14d is equals to 75 minus 5 is equals to 70. So this gives you the value of d as 70 upon 14. So from here you will easily obtain the value of d, which is 5. So from these three examples, you can easily see that the application of the formula Tn is equals to a plus n minus 1 into d. So first in the first problem we use this formula and we have the direct application of this. Okay, means we are provided the first term and the common difference, and we have to determine some given term. On the other hand, we can manipulate or we can rearrange the terms here, and we can also use the same formula to determine a. Okay, if we are given, okay, for given Tn and d. Okay, we are having another application of this formula. So we have to use the same formula, and we can easily determine the common difference d for given Tn and a. So these are three main application of this formula. Okay, now let us have another concept based on this nth term. Means how do we find out the difference, okay, difference of two terms of an AP. Okay, so if you have to determine, means if you are given two terms and you have to find out the difference, okay, means you are not provided the first term, all you have is the the values of two different terms, means suppose you are provided tn and let's say tm. So we are having two terms tn and tm, and we have to calculate the difference between tn and tm, that means tn minus tm. So what is the value of this difference? So using the formula of general term which we have already discussed, so we can easily find out tn as a plus n minus 1 into d, and we have the value of tm as a plus m minus 1 into d. So we are using the same formula, means the formula of general term, and we have obtained the value of tn and tm, where of course this a is the first term and d is the common difference. So if you are finding tn and tm, so again let us assume that n is greater than m. So tn minus tm will be a. Now we are putting the value of tn, which is a plus n minus 1 into d, minus we are having the value of tm, which is a plus m minus 1 into d. So this is coming out as a plus n minus 1 into d minus a, and this minus and this plus will become minus m minus 1 into d. So this a will be cancelled out, and if you multiply this n minus 1 and d, so you will having n d minus d minus m d plus d. Plus means because here we are having minus, so this minus and this minus will become plus. So we are having this. So now you can see that this is plus d and this is minus d, so we are having the same value with opposite sign, so we can easily cancel out this. So we left with nd minus md. Now this gives you n minus m into d. So the difference of two terms tn and tm will be n minus m into d. Okay, so this is what we are having as the difference. So as you can see from here that we do not need need a here. Okay, there is no involvement of d here, a here, so we can easily find out the difference between two terms if we are having the information about the common difference, because all you need to do is just put the value of n and m here and you can easily find out the difference. Means suppose let we are having T15 as 40 and T25 as 60. Okay, and we are also having the value of d here, so we can easily use this formula. So our value of n is 25, so we can easily find out T25 minus T15. So this is the value of n and this is the value of m. So this will be 25 minus 15 into d using this formula. So this is coming out as 10 times d. So if you are having the value of d, then you can easily obtain this difference by putting the value of d here. Okay, so this is what we are having as the difference between two general terms. Okay, now let us discuss another case. Means we are discussing about the general term of an AP, and we are having the formula. So again, let us have the formula. So the formula of the general term is Tn is equals to A plus n minus 1 into D. Now this is the formula that we are finding the general term from the beginning. Okay, from the beginning, or you can say from the start. Okay, but sometimes it may happen that we have to determine the general term from the last. Okay, so we are having the same problem. Means consider a situation that we are having an AP. Okay, so let us discuss the case of the general term from last. Okay, so let us consider the case that we are having an AP whose last term is known to us. Let's say it is L, and the common difference is D, and suppose we have to determine the nth term from last. Okay, means again we have to determine Tn, but this time from the last. So what is the formula in this case? So that will be Tn is equals to L minus n minus 1 into D. Okay, so this is the formula of the general term from the last. Fine. So means if you have to determine the general term from the beginning, we have to use let's say it is the formula number 1, and this is our formula number 2. So we have to use the formula number 2 if we have to determine the general term from the last, and the formula number 1 if we have to find out the general term from the beginning, or you can say the from the start, right? So now let us have some more problem on this concept of general term. So let us discuss one more problem on this. So we are having in an AP, we are having A3 as 21 and A10 as 63. So we have to find out A100. Okay, so as you can see that we are not having the values of A and D, means we are not having any information about the first term and the common difference. Okay, but we need these two information in order to determine this 100th term or A100. So since we need two informations, means we have to find out the value of A, we have to find out the value of D. So we need two values. So for this we are provided these two information. We need equal number of information as the number of unknowns. So here we are having two unknowns, the first term and the common difference. So we are having two informations. So again we note down the given information, which is given A3 is 21 and A10 is equals to 63. So from here you will get the value of n, as in this case is 3, and the value of n is 10 for the second case. So let us assume that let the first term is A. So A is our first term and D is the common difference. Okay, so this is our assumption. So now we are using the formula of general term. Okay, so this will be A3 will be A plus 3 minus 1 into D. So this is coming out as A plus 2D, and we are also having the value of this. So this is 21. Let us name this equation as 1. Next we are having A10, so which is A plus 10 minus 1 into D. So that is A plus 9D, which is given as 63, equation number 2. So now we can easily solve these two equations. Means let us subtract equation number 1 from 2. So this gives me A plus 9D minus A plus 2D, and on the right hand side we are, because we are just subtracting equation 1 from 2, so we are having 63 minus 21. So this further gives you A plus 9D minus A minus 2D, because we are having minus sign here, so this plus will become minus, and here we are having 42, because 63 minus 21 is 42. So again you can see that we can easily cancel out A. Now this further gives you 9D minus 2D, which is 7D is equals to 42. So this further gives you the value of D, which is coming out as 6. Now using this value, using D is equals to 6 in any equation, so let us we put this value in equation 1. So this is we are having A plus 2 into 6 is equals to 21. So this gives you A plus 12 is equals to 21. So from here you are having the value of A as 21 minus 12, which is coming out as 9. So for this AP we are having the value of A as 9 and the value of D as 6. Now in order to determine A100, okay, so now we are determining A100. So again we are using the same formula of general term, so that will be A plus 100 minus 1 into D, so which is 6. Okay, okay, so we are using this general formula here, so let us put D here. Now this will give you A100 as A plus 99D. Now we just need to put this value here. So the value of A, which we have find out as 9, and the value of D is 6. So this will be 9 plus 594. Okay, and this is coming out as 603. So this is how we can use the same formula of general term in order to determine some term if we are having the values of two terms and we are not having the information on A and D. So because we have to determine two things, so it is all in this type of case we always need the values of two terms at least, so that we can find out the values of A and D. Once we have the values of A and D like this, then we can easily find out the term which we have to calculate. Okay, so this is the application of our formula of general term. So next we are having another problem. Basically I am discussing the different types of problem that can be formed on the same formula. So here we have to determine an AP for which we are having the value of fifth term as 27 and A27 minus A20 means the difference of 27th and 20th term is 28, right? So we have to determine an AP for which this is possible. So let us discuss the solution of this, and always remember that whenever we have this type of problem where we have to determine the AP, so means we have to find out the value of A means the first term and the value of D means the second term. And again, as I said, that we have to find out two values or two unknowns. So again we are provided with two information. We need at least two information to determine two unknowns. Okay, so again we begin with the given information. So we are given that A5 is equals to 27 and we are also having A27 minus A20 is equals to 28. So here we use the formula of general term here because we are having the value of A5, and we use the formula of difference of two terms here because we are provided with the difference. So we are having A5 as A plus 5 minus 1 into D. So this will give you A plus 4D is equals to 27. Now A27 minus A20 is equals to 28, and we know that AN minus AM is N minus M into D. So this here we use this formula, okay, because we are having A27 minus A20. So this implies that 27 minus 20 into D is equals to 28. So from here we obtain that let us number this as 1. So from here you will obtain 7D is equals to 28. This further gives you the value of D, which is 28 upon 7 is equals to 4. Now using the value of d here, using the value of d in equation number 1. So we are having a plus 4d is equals to 27. So this gives you a plus 4 times d. So d is also 4. So this is 4 is equals to 27. So this is coming out as a plus 16 is equals to 27, and this gives you a is equals to 27 minus 16, so which is 11. Okay, so our AP, okay, so for the AP which we have to determine, for this AP we are having the value of a as 11 and the value of d is 4. So we can easily write the value of some terms of this AP using this, because we know that AP is a plus d, a plus 2d, and so on. So we can easily write down these terms now, because the value of a is 11 and a plus d is 15 and a plus 2d is 19, and so on. So this is our AP. Okay, so this is how we can determine the value, or we can determine an AP. Fine. Now let us have some little bit complex problem on the general term, the formula of the general term. So again, in this problem we are having an AP. So we are having, for an AP we are having 7 times of the 7th term. Okay, 7th time means 7 times a7 is equals to 11 times of the 11th term. Okay, so 11 times of 11 term. So we are having 7 a7 means 7 times of a7 is 11 times of a11. Now we have to show that for this AP our 18th term is 0. Okay, so we are having our 18th term as 0. We have to show. So let us begin with the solution. So again, let us assume that first term is a. Let the first term of AP is a, and the common difference is d. So using this, we are having our a7 as a plus 7 minus 1 into d. So this will be a plus 60, and a11 as a plus 11 minus 1 into d. So that will be a plus 10d. Now we are having, we are given that, what we are given, that 7 times a7 is equals to 11 times a11. So this implies that now we are putting the values of a7. So a7 is a plus 60 is equals to 11 times the 11th term, so a plus 10d. So this gives you 7a plus 42d, means we are multiplying this bracket with 7, and on the right hand side we multiplied the bracket with 11, so we are having 11a plus 110d. So now if you transfer these two terms here, okay, so this gives you, this implies we collect the terms of a in one bracket, because here we are having 7a with plus sign, so when you transfer it to right hand side, so it is minus 7a plus, we are having 110 minus 110 d minus 42d, and we are having 0. So this implies 4a plus 68d is equals to 0. So if you take this 4 as common, so you will have a plus 17d is equals to 0. So this implies a plus 17d is 0, because 4 cannot be 0, it is a constant. So this implies, now what is a plus 17d? If you are if you compare this with a plus n minus 1 into d, if you compare this a plus 17d with this, so you will easily obtain that this is your T18, or you can say that A18. Okay, so this implies A18 is equals to 0. Fine. So this is another type of problem based on the general term.